So in section 2, we're going to talk about more slope-intercept and more about how to write equations. So let's review. The slope-intercept form of an equation, right? So remember, slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b. Okay. Now, suppose we need to write the slope-intercept form of an equation. When m is 5 and b is 3, that's just going to be y equals 5x plus 3. Okay? Fabulous. Okay, so now, what if you're given the slope, but you're not given the b? You're given some other point. Okay? Well, in that case, you're still going to use y equals, so what if you are given the slope and another point? Then you're going to use this equation. You're going to replace m with the slope, and then x and y with the point that you're given. You're going to solve for b, and then you can replace it in this equation. So let's just do one. I have to write an equation of the line that passes through this point, and this is the slope. So now I have m, but I don't have b. Instead of b, now I have x and y. My equation is the same. Y equals mx plus b. So now, what's the y here? 7. Equals, what's the m? Negative 1. What's the x? Negative 4 plus b. That's what I'm solving for. I'm solving for b. So now this is 7 equals 4 plus b. Now, minus 4, how much is b? 3. Yes. Okay, so now I have m and I have b, and now I can plug it back into my equation. Y equals negative 1x plus 3. But do we ever write negative 1x? What do we write instead? Negative x. So y equals negative x plus 3. Okay? All right. So now let's do this one. This is x, this is y, and this is m. So let's plug it in here. Y is equal to m x plus b. Do you see how I sound them out? So now go ahead and solve this for b. So 5 equals 2 plus b. I did. It was positive 4, but then in red, now I needed to solve for b, so I did minus 4 from both sides. So here I'm going to do minus 2. So how much is b? Oh my God, it's 3 again. Wow. So then y equals 2x plus 3. Yes? Cool. Okay. So now let's do another one. Okay. Ooh, now m is a fraction. Okay. So look, always label x and y, just like you did for the slope. I was very proud of everybody on the quiz who labeled their slopes xy, like x1, y1, x2, y2. That is definitely the way to do it. Here too, label x and y. And you know what? It might even help to write the equation so that I know what to substitute for. So y is 5 equals m 2/3 times negative 6 plus b. Now I'm going to go slow. 5 equals, so here, this is over 1, right? So Negative 12 over 3, that's how much? Negative 4. Plus b. Now what do I do? Okay, good. Now I'm going to do plus 4 plus 4. So 9 equals b. So now I have my m and I have my b. So y equals m 2/3 x plus 9. Okay? Yep.
Can you explain how you got -4?
Yep. So this one is 2/3 times -6. One way you can do it is you can divide the -6 and the 3 by 3. So this you divide by 3, you get 1. You divide by 3, you get -2. And then 2 times -2 is -4. Kira. So for the answer, when you write an equation of the line, just like, so we talked about this for yesterday's lesson, when you write your final equation, the y and the x have to be present as x and y, not as numbers, as variables. That's when it'll be an equation. Okay? Yep.
You got like that fourth thing where it said divide by 3.
Uh-huh.
Why would you divide by 3?
Okay, so what we had over there was 2 over 3 times -6 over 1. So remember how anything from the numerator can be reduced by anything from the denominator? So here 6 and 3 can both be divided by 3 to reduce, so you can do that. Another way to do it was -2 times -6 is -12 over 3, which is -4. Okay? Okay, now let's do this one. So y equals mx plus b. -2 equals -1 over 3 times 3 plus b. So this is -2 equals, what's -1 over 3 times 3? -1 plus b. So now how do I solve for b? Plus 1 plus 1. So -1 equals b. Okay? So then how is my answer going to look? Y equals what?
-1/3.
Yep, -1/3 x minus 1. Don't forget the x. Don't forget the y. Now, you know what? Life was easy here because I was given slope. What if I'm not given slope at all and I'm just given 2 points? Man, now that's an issue. However, if I'm given 2 points, am I able to find slope? I mean, yeah, right? So then, if you're given 2 points, then first you find the slope, then everything else is the same. Okay? So let's do this one. So here I have x1, y1. x2, y2. First, I'm going to find slope. -3 minus 3, 2 minus -1. Sometimes, like, some of you are not being as careful as you should with this. Okay? So now, -3 minus 3, -6, 2 plus 1, 3. How much is this? -2. Now, remember how I had y equals mx plus b? Okay, I have the m now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to choose one of these points to be x and y. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Magically, the final answer will be the same. So which one do you guys want to choose? 2. I mean, I was going to choose 1, but fine. Okay? So now this is x and y. So I'm going to do negative 3 equals, the m is negative 2. What's the x? 2 plus b. So negative 3 equals negative 4 plus b, right? Add 4, what's b? 1. So how do I write my equation? Y equals what? Negative 2, so it's mx, negative 2x plus 1. Okay. Yes.
Like you scroll up, you get to choose which coordinates you want to do.
Yeah.
So there'll be 2 different answers.
No. No matter which one you choose, magically you'll get the same answer.
Oh, because it's the same coordinates. So
Well, yeah, if I had chosen the other one, it'll have been the same answer.
how though?
So if I had chosen this one, right, it will have been 3 equals m.
Oh, because the slope is still negative.
Yeah.
0.
It would have been the same. Okay, so now look. This one. First, we're going to find m, and then you're going to do it on your own. So x1, y1, x2, y2. What do I put in the numerator for the slope? What minus what? 4 minus 0. And on the bottom? Okay, so now 4, negative 6. How does this simplify? Some people were struggling with this on the quiz. How does this simplify? Huh? Wait, is that right? Negative 2 over 3?
Yeah.
Yep, negative 2 over 3. So now that's the slope. Now, pick one of the points. Which point do you want to pick?
2.
Okay, pick 2. Why not? Okay, pick 2. Find b, and then find y equals mx plus b. Go. So I have y equals mx plus b. So Leo, help me. What do I plug in here? What do I plug in for y?
So I plug in negative 2 over 3.
Well, that's your m.
So I'm going to plug in, what can I plug in? I need a 4.
4. So 4 equals, and then negative 2 over 3 is the m, and then what do you plug in for x? 0. Right? Because we're using this one. The x is 0, the y is 4. Plus b. So 4 equals b. Oh my god, you already have it. So then I'm going to do y equals negative 2 over 3x plus 4. All right? Nice. Okay. Okay, so let's do this one. Which equation of the line below contains these points? Okay, so now look. You actually don't have to do the whole thing here. Okay? Because let's first find the slope. So x1, y1, x2, y2. For the slope, right? Ashley, help me out. What are we going to do in the numerator? What minus what?
It's going to be like y2, y1.
Okay. So what do I put in the numerator for these numbers?
You put negative 8.
Uh-huh.
Then you put 12.
Minus 12, over.
And then over 4 minus negative 1.
Right. So now this is negative 20 over 5. So what's slope here?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Believe it or not, you don't have to go any further. Can we figure out which one of these equations this is going to be? Which one? Why D?
Oh, because it has a negative 4.
Right. So this is the only one with slope of negative 4, right? The slope for A is negative 1 over 4. The slope was B for B is 4. So do you see that? Like we just, worked smart, not hard. So this is D. Okay. As a part-time job, Ethan makes deliveries for a caterer.
Yes.
How's that job working out for you?
Pretty good.
Well, let's see. Let's see. In addition to his weekly salary, he's also paid $16 per delivery. That's a lot of money. Yeah, you are.
You're making big.
So last week, he made 5 deliveries, and his total salary was $215. Write a linear equation to find Ethan's total weekly salary S if he makes D deliveries. So now, take a look at what we're going to do. So, you know how we have y equals mx plus b? Here, S equals md, right, plus b. So we actually need to find b. Right? Yeah. So, last week he made 5 deliveries and his salary was $215. So S was $215 equals, what is the M in this problem? Right? Rate of change. In this problem, what's the rate of change? 16. Because you know how you know the rate of change or the slope? It's like per. When you see that word per, that's the rate of change. So now the 16 is your M. So 215 equals 16 times D, which is 5, plus B. Okay? So 215 is equal to 80 plus B. Subtract 80, what do we get? 135 is equal to B. So now S equals 16D plus 135. All right? And that's how much money Ethan's making. I think Ethan's going to bring us bagels on Thursday. What do you think?
Sure.
Right? I know. All right. So, I like playing